What's up, dude? How are you?
Good.
The defensive secondary last year, everybody kind of knew right away on day one that there were some issues. This year, it feels like you guys are able to push back a lot more and hold your own ground. How much, I guess, pride do you take in that, and how many strides do you see like the secondary taking as far as that's concerned?
I feel like we've taken a lot of strides. So like we don't really focus on last year. We just, we moved on to a different year. It's a different mindset. It's year 3, so you know what we're trying to chase. So we just building that brotherhood. We becoming more of a brotherhood and just using that, pushing each other. If one day somebody down, we gonna bring a brother up. That's all it is.
Where do you think you've made the most progress as far as being a competitive secondary and able to play more man is obvious to all of us, right?
I just feel like we have less to think about. Like we don't guess. We just go out there and play. Now we understand. We got different like situations. Like we understand third down, first down. We're able to slow down instead of just everything just being sped up.
How much did the experience that you gained last year, like having those 4 starts, like how much did that maybe get you ready for like not only this offseason, but like coming into this fall camp and knowing what to expect throughout SEC play?
Well, 4 starts is actually like in the SEC, that's a lot of games, like 4 starts. So most of them, majority of them was SEC games. So just being able to feel that presence, feel the atmosphere, seeing how fast the game go, is like, the second year should be way easier for me. Like I got a lot of confidence going into this season, like different from last year, but it's not about last year, it's just about this year and focusing on the next couple of practices to get us ready for the season.
What kind of things specifically did you learn last year when you got those starts and you were playing in those big moments of the games?
One thing I learned is that, people, they don't care that I'm a freshman. They're going to go at me no matter what. They don't care if I'm hurt. They don't care if I'm healthy. They're just going to go at me no matter what.
What's it like having Sage on the opposite side? Obviously, he bumped out a little bit this year, and just kind of speak to the room, I guess. You got a little bit of old, a little bit of new, some new transfers in, et cetera.
To have Sage on the opposite side of me it feels good. Knowing that I have another lockdown corner, he has experience, he's been here for a while. He was on the team with Coach Surratt, I guess it's last year, I think that was. So just being able to have that experience, he's able to talk to me, give his thoughts on because he's been through more football than me. So being able to have somebody I could look up to.
What's Cory Raymond's impact been so far?
Cory Raymond, he's attention to detail with every little thing, like just 1 inch. Like if I mess up on 1 inch of a step, even if I get a good play, I might get an interception. He's gonna make it seem like it's the worst play ever, But that's what I like about him. He pushes you hard no matter what.
It seems like today was a good day for the defense. There were some turnovers forced. There was a lot of cheering and camaraderie with you guys.
We've had a couple of good days, but we don't really focus on, we're not result oriented. So it's like we got to keep going. It's that consistency. Like we can't do it one day, then the next day, we at the bottom, but we just got to keep working.
Back to Cory a little bit. We've seen him already make an impact recruiting for y'all in the future. You talked about, him coaching you hard. What are some examples of how that helps you, as far as pointing out those small details? And do you feel like you've made strides since he's gotten here?
So for example, the play might go to the opposite side of the field and, I might get beat deep on the go route, but they don't throw it. The quarterback don't see it. So he's like, what if the quarterback does throw it? Like, that's a touchdown. Like, that's not good. So it's just little things like that. That really helped me. That's really helped me going into the season because, you just got to be perfect with everything. Like, you're not going to be perfect, but the mindset is to be perfect.
You got 2 new full-time starting safeties this year, and Jordan and Jordan. What have they brought to the table so far?
They just brought a dog mentality. Like, this is our first year, together with Jordan. It's my first year with him. But it seems like I've been playing with him for like a couple of years because it's just, like I said, we're building that brotherhood. We're getting tight, we're just going out there and play.
How has the transition been under Coach Baker, and do you feel like it's a scheme that you can thrive in?
Oh, it's definitely a scheme I can thrive in. Coach Baker, he really makes it simple for us. He allows us to play fast, he wants us to be us. He put us in the best position that we can. So, he's really helping me a lot.
Tell me about these receivers that you're facing. We've kind of, obviously seen them, the top 3, but maybe I'm more interested in that second tier of players that are kind of, not in on every down. What kind of strides are you seeing from them as far as being competitive?
They're definitely getting better. As the older they get, you had some freshmen last year. You got Samson, I feel like Sampson, personally, he's improved a lot. Like, he's becoming more comfortable in the system. You know, that's what coach expected out of him. Like, he's not a freshman no more. So he's definitely getting way better.
What made you want to switch to number 1, and what kind of responsibility do you feel wearing it?
It's not really a responsibility. I'm the type I like to thrive in person. So being able to have that number 1, I know I'm gonna have that target on my back. People gonna expect me to make plays. So that's the type of stuff I like.
Does wearing number 1 at all have to do with maybe some of the Rumble guys that like have come through here and shined in number 1?
Yeah, you talking about Jamar, you got Christian Fulton. It has a small part because my last year in high school, you know, I was number 1, so I wanted to get back to that. That was really my, you know, best year of high school, so I wanted to get back to that. And I look good in that one, so I don't care nobody see.
Talk about looking good. Just the confidence that you're able to play with this year as opposed to last year, where you kind of said it earlier, you're playing, not thinking as much. Just how much does confidence play into how successful you are out there?
Confidence plays a big role because, like, you could be talented, but if you don't have the confidence to make that play, you're just not gonna make it. Like, people in the SEC, they're not waiting. They're not waiting. They're just going at you. So you gotta have that mindset. Like, I'm gonna make that play. Anybody that step up to me, I don't care if you're a first round or second round. I'm gonna compete with you.
You guys are doing some drills, with pass rush elements, the D-line, the linebackers. Are you noticing they're maybe getting more pressure quicker so you guys don't have to cover as much as opposed to last year?
I don't really, at the end of the day, I got to guard a receiver. Like, I'm not, it's good to know all of that, but I'm just worried about my job. I have to do my 111. So it's not really thinking about, the ball got to come out quicker. I'm just, I'm going to learn it down the distance. I'm going to learn the scheme of but at the end of the day, I just got to play football. I got to play, man. I got to lock down. That's all it is.
Time for a couple more.
So we're going to talk to Nuss later. What kind of strides have you seen in his game? He's the guy, and what kind of balls are you delivering out there?
Nice. He's doing a good job. He doesn't look like a first-year starter, but he's really he's throwing at me, he's making me better, tremendously. So he, even though he may sometimes, it might not look like the right decision, but he's learning from it. So am I. So I might get out of my zone. He'll see it. He'll throw it to the receiver. Coach will get on me. So it's just stuff like that. Just going head to head.